Advisory services are offered through Creative Financial Designs Incorporated. A registered investment advisor, and securities are offered through CFD Investments Incorporated. A registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC. 2704 South Goyer Road, Kokomo, Indiana 46902. Phone number 765-453-9600. Neither CFD Investments Incorporated nor Creative Financial Designs Incorporated are associated with SmartVestor or the Dave Ramsey Organization. Neither SmartVestor nor the Dave Ramsey Organization recommend or make an endorsement for services under the SmartVestor program.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy from Diamond Financial Group, located right there beside Poets on the Square, catty corner from the courthouse. I want to just welcome everybody to a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the Halloween festivities over this last week. I know it was kind of because Wednesday was Halloween of this last week. There were events that were spread out from last weekend all the way through this weekend. It was a kind of crazy situation the way that all worked out. My family does a big bonfire event around Halloween every year. We did that last night, and so just beautiful weather for a bonfire, and I hope everybody's just enjoying the fall weather is finally here. The trees have pretty much turned, and it's becoming a really gorgeous fall out there. Don't know if many of you got to visit with who I believe is going to be our next governor. Mr. Bill Lee was at the Cookeville Courthouse this last week. He's been kind of doing a tour all around the state, but this last Thursday he was at the Cookeville Courthouse, and if you haven't gotten out to vote, this Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, is the day. November 6th is the final day to vote. I know a lot of people did early voting up through this last week, and but if you haven't gotten out and voted yet, get out and vote, especially if you're listening to this show, because that normally means you're more of a conservative type in your political views if you're listening to this show, and I really need you all to get out and vote and let our voices be heard. So moving on from that, I just want to welcome my guest. I have Mike and Julie Townsley from Diamond Financial Group. They're actually partners with us. Me and Daryl Phillips are the investment advisory side of the house, and then we wanted to have an insurance specialist specifically in the way of Medicare. So we're just going to interview and talk to Mike and Julie and see how they've been doing, and go through some of the ins and outs now that we're right in the smack dab middle of open enrollment, not only for Medicare but also for the Affordable Care Act. And I am going to mention a bad word just to make sure everybody understands what ACA is. A lot of people do call it Obamacare, but it is the Affordable Care Act, and is still active right now, providing pretty good insurance and coverage for a lot of people that are out there. I still am looking for Trump to hold to his promise of finding a better health care system, because let me tell you, I'm just going to get off a minute. Mike and Julie, I promise I'll get to you here in just a minute. But I'm going to get on a little bit of a soapbox. I just find it absolutely ridiculous for people that have insurance and they go to a doctor or hospital or whatever, they get charged a different rate than people that don't have insurance that go and just pay out of pocket. That makes no sense whatsoever. I'll end up spending as much out of pocket with my co-insurance, my percentage that I pay, because they jack the prices up to stick it to the insurance companies. There is something drastically wrong nationwide in our healthcare system. And I know that the Affordable Care Act is that we have. I don't know exactly what the answer is, but I do know that we need some drastic help and recuperation in that system. So, Mike, I'm going to ask, what's your, as a healthcare specialist, insurance specialist in the industry for 24, 25 years now, I think we've been saying 24 years for like 2 years now, but it's about 25 years you've been in this industry. What are your thoughts on what I just talked about?
Jason, appreciate you having us on today. Yeah, there's one plan does not fit all. Been in the business 25 years. The Affordable Care Act's been going on since Obama, that the Congress and him invented this, and it's just not a great plan for everybody.
Right.
There's rules, regulations.
Well, and not
It
even
definitely needs to be changed.
Not even talking about the Affordable Care Act as much. What I'm specifically asking about is this: have you run into it yourself or with some of your clients? This whole situation of doctors and hospitals or the healthcare industry charging one rate for people that have one type of insurance and a different rate for people with a different type of insurance or no insurance whatsoever, and it being this convoluted mess on how the billing works out.
Yes, it is different from different plans.
Right, but do you see the frustration I'm talking about? Julie, chime in. I want to hear your opinion as well. For real, do you see what I'm saying? Have you experienced that?
I understand what you're saying, and the issue is, I think, is a lot of different insurance companies have contracts with the doctors, the hospitals, and everything.
Okay.
And they are contracted to charge a certain price for certain things.
Right.
So other insurance companies may have a different contract with other prices.
Okay, so I mean, to me, this is just corporate America that is sticking it to people that do have decent jobs and insurance, and it's just making it very difficult for most of Americans. I mean, I've had several medical procedures this last year. I had a rotator cuff surgery, completely reconstructed my rotator cuff. I've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, and so trying to get these machines, and I know that I've spent about $3,600 out of pocket, and I'm paying for my family, for me and my wife over, so we're paying a premium, of course, of monthly insurance cost, and it's outrageous. And I know that my wife gets frustrated when we're dealing with these bills that start streaming in. And of course, when you have a surgery, you have to pay the surgery center, you have to pay the doctor, you have to pay the anesthesiologist, then you have to pay for follow-up appointments. I went for a follow-up appointment on a shoulder surgery because the follow-up was over 90 days. They wanted another $45 copay for the follow-up. Anyway, it's just our insurance system is not working, and it just gets frustrating to me. And I just wanted to see if you guys had some similar opinions.
Can you imagine if you didn't get credits, if you was on the Affordable Care Act? There's families out there paying over $2,000 a month.
Oh, I know.
Then turn around and pay a $5,000 deductible. So, yeah, these families need help.
Right, no doubt. And I'll say that we are blessed in that we have a state insurance plan because my wife's a teacher. But if she didn't have that good job through a state entity, we would be paying even drastically more than we already are. So I guess I shouldn't be complaining about my situation, but I guess my frustration that I'm trying to air is over the entire industry and the frustration that many people are having. Had a client come in just this last week or two that had ended up paying $800 a month for her and her husband all year long with a $6,000 deductible and did not even meet the minimum requirements for insurance, is going to have to pay a penalty, and it's because she didn't go to an health insurance specialist like you. And actually, in her case, they made low enough income, and Michael, you may remember because I sent them
remember that case.
To you, that was someone that could have paid $0 per month, had a $2,500 deductible instead of $6,000, and not paid the $800 a month.
Had credible coverage.
Right, and had credible coverage and not had to pay the penalty that they're going to have to pay at the end of the year. It's just kind of frustrating, but hey, we're going to talk more about this topic. I know I'm probably getting some of you out there steamed up a little bit, and I do apologize for that, but if we don't get out there and vote and make our voices heard, what we've had in the past is going to continue or get worse. So I'm just encouraging you to get out there and vote. We'll be right back after a word from my sponsors. This is Jason Murphy, and you're listening to News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Hey, are you being bombarded by all those Medicare ads on TV or all that junk mail that you end up throwing in the trash can? Are you confused about all the plans and parts of Medicare, Medicare supplements? Why are there so many choices? Let me tell you, one size does not fit all. Don't let the stress overtake you because it all can be so confusing. Mike and Julie Townsley of Diamond Financial Group, located at 228 East Broad Street, Suite 100 in Cookeville, right off the square, can explain it all to you and cut out all the confusion. They offer a free consultation, and they will explain all the changes to Medicare for 2019. They will help you pick out the plan that best fits you. They will help you understand the plans and parts of Medicare so that you don't have to worry about making the right choice. They service the insurance policies you choose through them. Give Mike and Julie a call at 931-646-4090.
Tucker Farms is the premier land clearing, property development, and excavation company of the Upper Cumberlands, based out of Livingston, Tennessee. We specialize in forestry mulching, site clearing, and prep for new construction. We provide general excavation such as excavation for foundations, power service entrances, septic systems, and water lines. Whether it's residential or commercial, Tucker Farms has the expertise to fulfill your property goals. Give us a call today at 931-260-1178 or find us on social media at Tucker Farms LLC or on our website at tuckerfarms.farm.
Welcome back to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy from Diamond Financial Group, located right there beside Poets on the square in Cookeville. Stop by and see me. Go grab a wonderful cup of coffee, a cappuccino, a frappuccino, or whatever. They have all those different coffee drinks. And I got to tell you, I'm not just a hardcore dark black coffee drinker. I have to have a little bit of coffee with my sugar. I'm just that kind of guy. And they have some wonderful flavors and different things over there. A lot of fall flavors right now. Of course, you got the pumpkin things, and they have one drink over there that's called the sweater weather drink. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm tempted as long as it's sweet enough. I need a lot. That's what keeps me so sweet, is all the sugar I put in my body. I hope Pam and Dr. Ken from Cookeville Chiropractic and Physical Therapy aren't listening. They'll get on to me. But I do know they listen to this show and this station a lot. So anyway, love you guys, mean it, and moving on. So we have been talking about healthcare. We've aired some of my frustrations over the health insurance industry as a whole, but we do need to move on to a type of insurance that has been working pretty effectively as long as you manage it correctly, and I encourage you to. The only way you can really do that is by using someone that really knows the system. So, Mike, tell us a little bit about how you got into Medicare. We've already talked about that you've been into it for about 25 years now. And but how did you get started in Medicare, and what's going on this time of year?
Well, there's a lot of insurance agents out there that does not want to deal with the health market field.
Right.
With the Affordable Care Act. Medicare was also a big issue. So that's how we got into it. There was a lot of agents referring us. So that's how we got started. And we've been doing it for good 10, 12 years on the Medicare.
Oh, specifically on the Medicare.
Yes.
You've been in the insurance business overall for about
24 years.
24 years.
Yep.
And then on Medicare specifically,
right.
You've had a pretty thriving practice for
Right.
about 12 years.
And the rules and
Okay.
regulations change every year. Got to
Right.
keep up with all that information. We'll take somewhere between 10 to 12 courses a year just to keep up with.
Right, and each of those courses can be multiple hours of law.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's basically a week every single year that you have to block off to do continuing education
Right.
and all the different training for the new rules and regulations and all the things that are rolling out. So on that note, what are some of the changes? I know there's some laws that are coming out and some changes to Medicare that some of those are in effect for 2019. Do you know some of those off the top of your head?
Well, they're changing the Social Security number off for privacy issues.
Okay.
And they're putting just a random number, does not mean anything on there. It will have numbers and letters.
Okay.
That's one change. 2019, they're changing some of the drug information, the donut hole.
Mm-hmm.
Some gaps there that they're changing that, and in 2020 they're doing away with that. So yeah,
okay, so
there
the
are
donut hole
changes.
is going away altogether by 2020.
Right.
Okay, so that's going to be good news for a lot of
Right.
people that end up in that hole. I think of it instead of a donut hole, which sounds somewhat pleasant. I think of it more as like a black hole of this abyss of
Right.
money that you have to pay out until you can climb your way
You do
back.
not want to get in the donut.
Right,
You
right.
are a Medicare beneficiary.
Right. Right. Okay. Excellent. So, of course, right now is open enrollment for Medicare. Started October 15th.
That is correct.
And goes through December 7th.
That is correct.
And so right now you're in your busiest time of every year in trying to help people that are wanting to make changes, that are new to the Medicare industry altogether, and not to mention changing drug plans and that kind of thing. So people are seeing all these commercials on TV. Do they just need to call every phone number they see and see what they have to say? What's your opinion on all those commercials?
There's so many plans when it comes to the Medicare Advantage plan. And to let you know, right now, it is open enrollment, but it is open enrollment for your prescription drug cards and your Medicare Advantage plans.
Okay.
That is not open enrollment for your Medicare supplements. Medicare supplements can be changed throughout the year.
Anytime throughout the year.
Okay. As long as you're healthy, they will
Right.
be underwritten, so you could be turned down.
Right.
So your health will depend on a Medicare supplement. But Medicare Advantage, yes, we're wide open right now, October 15th through December 7th. After the 7th, you will be able to cancel your Medicare Advantage plan from January 1st to February the 14th
Okay.
to get out of an Advantage plan.
Oh, I see.
So then you would actually go back to original Medicare if you canceled that.
If you cancel that. So if you cancel that in that time frame, can you pick something else like a supplement that would have to be underwritten or a different Advantage plan in that time period?
Not an Advantage plan.
Not an Advantage
You'd go
plan.
back
If
to
you
original
cancel it,
Medicare.
you just go back to original Medicare,
Correct.
but you could, of course, bring on a supplement as long as you're healthy.
And you could get a prescription drug card, standalone drug card.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can do that. But as far as going to an Advantage plan, no, you could not do that.
Okay, and if they want to add an Advantage plan, they could just they would have to wait until October 15th of the
Correct.
following year,
Or unless they had a special election period, which would be that product not in that county, they're discontinuing it, something like
Okay,
that. It would
right.
have a special election period. throughout the
Right.
year.
And of course, special election periods can happen for someone, or automatically happens for someone that loses credible coverage. Say that you leave an employer, that you've been employed up through age 67, 68, whatever age, and you decide to retire. So you drop that employer and the coverage that goes along with that. You could start an Advantage plan anytime in the year because of that.
Correct.
Or turning 65 would be another example.
That would be a special.
Whenever your birthday is, you can, in fact, you can sign up 3 months before your birthday. Is that right?
That is correct. The month
Okay.
of your birth month,
Yes.
and then 3 months after.
Okay, so even 3 months after turning 65,
Yep.
you haven't missed your window as long as it's within that, basically a 7-month time period leading up to your birth month and then following is a total of 7 months there that you have to make a decision on that. So if you are turning 65 or if you already have a program or a plan, an Advantage plan, and you want to investigate and see is that the best plan for you, I highly recommend, and even if you just kind of want an education on Medicare, if you're not sure what you need to have, because you got the supplements, you have the Advantage plans, there's Part A, there's Part B, there's Part D. I mean, there's all these different parts of Medicare, and it can be very complicated. At least the way the government, if you go on and just Google about Medicare, you're going to get so much information. Sit down with someone that has the heart of a teacher. And I'm telling you, I have actually worked with Michael Townsley for about 5 years now on the side. He has taught me a ton and always been there to help my clients. And I know that he can be there to help you. And so, Mike, right before this break, we're going to have you give your information on how someone can reach out to you. So we're going to repeat this later on. If you want to get a pen and paper ready for later, what's the phone number that people could reach out to you?
You can call my personal cell phone number, 931-260-2899. You can stop by the office there right off the square of Cookeville, or the office number, 646-4090. you can call us there and we can set an appointment for you.
And if you simply Google Diamond Financial Group Cookeville, you're going to find us on Google. That's the new Yellow Pages, if you will. And our phone number is there, 646-4090. My office is the exact same as Michael Townsley's office there at Diamond Financial Group. And so I appreciate everybody listening. We've gone a little over, but we're going to break with a word from my sponsors. I appreciate everybody listening, and we'll be right back with some more information about healthcare and Medicare from Michael Townsley right here on Money in Motion on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Protecting your home or business is important to you. That's why you might invest in an advanced security system or make sure you have the strongest locks on the market. But what are you doing about the sun? That big yellow ball of fire is shooting UV rays through your windows that can fade furniture and increase your energy costs. Fortunately, the Window Tint Company in Cookeville can provide you with a championship-level solution, offering multiple lines of window film for any need. The Window Tint Company is the Upper Cumberland's expert when it comes to protecting your home or business from blinding glare or damaging UV rays. And you'll still be able to admire those beautiful Middle Tennessee sunrises and sunsets. When you're ready to protect your home or business from the sun, give Jason and Susie with the Window Tint Company a call at 931-510-0830. That's 931-510-0830. Visit CookevilleWindowTintCompany.com to learn more or request an estimate.
Exotic Tropicals, home of the healthy pet. Good common sense can lead to a favorable outcome when deciding when and where to spend your money. At Exotic Tropicals, they realize you can live without everything that is available at their pet shop. Thankfully, we live in a country and a community that allows us the opportunity to do more than just get by. Pets can enrich our lives in many ways, and Exotic Tropicals can help you care for your pets in a way that makes sense. Exotic Tropical carries quality products that they have experience with and know how to use, and pets that are thoughtfully cared for to ensure your success. Stop by Exotic Tropicals today at 45 North Walnut Avenue right here in Cookeville, or give them a call at 931-528-1080. Exotic Tropicals, home of the healthy pet.
Just over 11 years ago, my wife and I went on our first date. We ended the evening by going to a little coffee shop here in Cookeville, just catty corner of the courthouse, named Poets. We sat down and enjoyed an amazing cup of coffee. We enjoyed the company with each other, getting to know each other. That ended up leading to us being married less than 6 months later and having been married for the last 10 years. It all started at Poets, right there, catty corner of the courthouse. For one of the best cups of coffee in Cookeville, I highly encourage you to stop by Poets on the Square or their other location on the north end of South Jefferson Avenue. Poets Coffee, a great place to take your next date or just enjoy a cup of coffee. Welcome back to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy from Diamond Financial Group, located right there beside Poets on the Square. Caddy from the courthouse, stop by and see us anytime. We would love to help you out. I will say that Diamond Financial Group is doing very well. We have clients coming in. I have more dollars that I'm taking under management right now than I ever have in my career. God is truly blessing our business. And so I do want to encourage you. For over a year and a half now, I've been telling people, just stop by. And it's getting to the point that I'm so busy, and I know Michael Townsley and Julie are so busy as well this time of year, especially, that it is getting difficult just to take walk-ins off the street. So I do encourage you to call out to us, leave your name and number. We will call you and set a meeting time that will be specified for you. We'll set aside 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours in some cases, depending on everything that you need to accomplish. We are there for you, but we do need you to call 646-4090. Again, that's 646-4090. And call out to Diamond Financial Group. You can press 1 for Jason Murphy, 2 for Daryl Phillips, or 3 for Michael and Julie Townsley, and we will leave a message. We'll get back to you, and that'll be great. So earlier I mentioned, and Michael and I for this last year have actually been part of a nonprofit organization called the American Financial Educational Alliance, which is a 501c3, specifically designed for giving education to the public and helping them make wise, informed decisions about their Medicare and Social Security. And we're going to continue giving out that information in the coming years. That's part of what we do, is help educate people. So we have to have that attitude or the heart of being a teacher. And so in the spirit of that, Mike, why don't you kind of go through us quickly, what is the ABCDs of Medicare?
Okay, well, Part A is your hospital insurance. Part B would be your doctor's insurance or outpatient hospital. Part C is a Medicare Advantage plan. And Part D is your drug plan.
Got it.
Now, some plans, your Medicare Advantage may have C and D in it.
Okay.
And you have to have A, B to get C.
Gotcha.
And what's confusing to some people, they think that they can have a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage plan. It is against the law to have both.
Gotcha.
So either you have a supplement with a drug card or A, B with a Medicare Advantage plan.
Right, which would be
card.
ABC and then the drug card would
Correct.
be D. So you can have all four, A, B, C, D.
So it can be very confusing.
Right, it can be. It can be. And so, Julie, tell us a little bit of the difference between a supplement and an Advantage plan.
Well, of course, you have to have something to cover the 20% that Medicare doesn't cover.
Okay.
So a lot of people will choose to do a Medicare supplement, which you will pay a monthly fee. Sometimes there is a deductible with those pertaining to what plan you get.
So there's a whole slew of plans that are also A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, whatever. There's a whole bunch of plans that are supplement plans that are kind of government regulated on what they provide. Is that right?
That's correct.
And you would pay that premium out of pocket for that supplemental insurance to an insurance entity, an insurance company of some sort, and then that insurance supplement then covers maybe with a deductible, maybe without. There's all kinds of different options there. That's why there's like A through H or something of choices there. And if you take that supplement, you cannot take the Advantage plan Mike was just talking about.
Correct.
Okay, so that's the supplement. And is a choice, I mean, is a supplement the best for everybody? Is an Advantage plan the best for everybody? Or is there a across-the-board best for everybody? Is it very specific to the individual?
It is specific to the individual. Some people fit better in a supplement plan, and then others may like or fit better in an Advantage plan.
Okay.
Usually with the Advantage plan, you will have co-pays, sometimes no premium with that.
Okay.
So it depends on which company you use for that. But a lot of those, I kind of like to simplify it and say a supplement, you pay a monthly premium whether you use it or not.
Right.
And with some Advantage plans, you pay only when you use it.
I see.
As in the copay.
Right.
And as Mike said earlier, some of those Advantage plans do include a drug card with them. So. Gotcha.
Okay.
As well as dental, vision, and hearing. So
correct.
Medicare Advantage has to be as good as Medicare or better.
Right.
Where the better comes in is they do offer dental, vision, and hearing.
Okay. And just because you had some plan, let's say you moved to Tennessee, because we have Cookeville is growing.
It is.
And we have a lot of people coming in from Michigan. I met a guy this morning from Connecticut. I have another friend that came down from Kentucky. I mean, we are a thriving community that's growing, people coming in from all over the nation. If they had a plan, whether it be a supplement or an Advantage plan in a past state, is it a really good idea to have that reevaluated?
It definitely is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Because that plan could be drastically different or have different coverages.
Especially the Advantage plans. Supplements are pretty much state to state.
Okay.
Advantage plans, they could act different in that state.
Okay.
So, yes, it's good to sit down with someone.
Okay.
The Advantage plans also differ between counties.
Oh, even county to county,
Right.
region to region, that kind of thing.
Right.
So, yeah, make sure that you're sitting down. The whole point to this conversation and the whole reason that I wanted to provide this service to my listening audience right now. And by the way, if you miss one of my past shows or you want to go back and review some of these shows, you can go to moneyinmotionradio.com and listen to past shows. If there's information that maybe you're catching the tail end of this and you want to learn more about Medicare, you could re-listen to the show by going to my website. We put our shows out there on a YouTube kind of platform on my webpage, moneyinmotionradio.com. And so I would encourage you to listen to this a couple of times. And even more importantly, now is the time. Call up to Mike and Julie Townsley. They're going to take their time. They're going to explain. They're going to ask you questions that are very specific to you, and then guide you in what is the best option for you. They are not going to try to sell you on anything. They're just going to help you make an informed decision on a situation. So 646-4090, press number 3 for Mike and Julie Townsley. Leave them a message and they will get back to you. Again, they're running ragged, going from client to client and helping people navigate these waters that are Medicare. So any final words or thoughts from either of you?
No, just glad to be here.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on Money in Motion. Everybody, thank you for listening. I am your host, Jason Murphy, and you've been listening to Money in Motion on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Advisory services are offered through Creative Financial Designs Incorporated. A registered investment advisor, and securities are offered through CFD Investments Incorporated. A registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC 2704 South Goyer Road, Kokomo, Indiana 46902. Phone number 765